Awesome. Welcome to our Opulent Freedom Lifestyle event. My name's Jana, and I'll be hosting majority of the event tonight, but we're super excited. We've got 4 girls launching their new business tonight. We've got Michaela, we've got Erica, we've got Amanda, and we've got Jill. So a super busy night, and if you've gotten on to support them, thank you so much for jumping on. We love getting onto these events and really showing people what it is we're about and what we do and what we're excited about. This is the best way that we can do that. So for me, I came into this business 16 months ago now, so it's actually flown by quite quickly. I was working full-time, trading time for money. I was a mum of 2. My boys at the time were 3 and 11 months. So it was a big juggle, and I always thought I'd be doing traditional business and working until I was a retirement age. That's just what my parents did, and I didn't know any better. So this opportunity has changed my world quite dramatically, and I do actually get to be a stay-at-home mum, and I'm very blessed to be doing so. Not saying that's any easier than what I was doing. It's probably harder, but it's the best kind of hard, and it's so wonderful to be more a part of my boys' lives than what they were when they were in childcare. So I'm going to jump straight in and talk about our program and our amazing products. Then we're going to hear from some of the girls, and I'm going to talk about a little bit about the opportunity, hear a bit more from a couple of other people and the other girls launching, and then we'll finish up with sort of how we get paid. But all exciting stuff, and hopefully it's a really fun and interactive event. So our program, we're really fortunate that we come under an amazing team. So there's all different teams when it comes to our product here in Australia and around the world. We can have customers and clients and team in over 26 countries now, but we can actually do this job from anywhere in the world because it's all done on Wi-Fi and face-to-face in our journey and as we share, and we love that. So our program's called the Juicy Body Transformation. It's a program that's all created online. We've got over 6 ebooks, which have a variety of over 260 odd recipes, all based around whole foods. Okay, it's not a strict diet. It's not based around calorie counting or any of that sort of thing. It's deprivation free, but all those yummy recipes that we're normally wanting and craving, but the healthy version of it, which we love. So it's been created by an amazing woman and a team that back her up called Kira Westwick. She was runner-up in MasterChef, top 10 2014. She was the token healthy girl. She's a gorgeous mama of 2 little girls. What she's brought to our team and creating this program, we're truly blessed for. So when any friend, family, or anyone we meet joins up with the product, they get to be a part of this program for life. So they get to be a part of a private group where they have that same community, so everyone's on the same journey as them, and they get all that support. So whatever goals they might have, if they have any, they have that support there to do it. Honestly, our program, it's amazing. It's about bringing the rainbow back into your household and into your life. All those yummy things, all those healthy things, flooding your body with it and craving more of it. We've got an amazing detox and a cleanse. We've got some of our programs consist of an 8-week shred for those people that really need to kick up the butt and a really good start at it. We've also got the 14-day wellness package at the moment as well to help through winter and to make sure we get that boost of immunity when all the cold weather's coming in. It's based around families, so it's it caters for the fussy husband, the fussy children, and you get them in the kitchen with you, and it's so much fun. So we love the program, we love sharing it, and we always lead with it because eating and fueling right helps you work at your opulent level. We love the program, and we've seen some amazing results with it, and it's all built around our amazing products. So see, our team lead with have chosen the product Juice Plus. All right, the actual company itself has been around for over 46 years. The product itself has been around for just over 26. It's based around whole foods. Again, there's no synthetic, no artificial ingredients in our products. It's just whole foods, which we love. So there's, no warning labels or anything on there. It's safe for pregnancy, safe for breastfeeding, which we love. We love to share it because it is just that amazing. So our hero products, for instance, is our trio of capsules, okay? So it comes in we get the berries, the vegetable blend and the fruit blend. When we take these on a daily basis, it gives us an extra variety of 27 fruits, vegetables and berries every day. Who here does what government states? What do we need to do by government? 3 to 5. But science sort of suggests we should be having 9 to 11. Who here, give me a sign with your hands, who here can do 9 to 11 each and every day in their diet? They're getting it in there every day. It's just about impossible, isn't it? I've got 2 little boys. There is no way that's going to happen with kinder drop-offs and work and sporting activities. I love whole foods. My husband doesn't, and that's exactly how we ended up in what we're doing nowadays. Because he only eats meat and potato. We're chalk and cheese in how we eat. I wanted something to bridge the massive gap in his diet, and I was so fortunate enough that I stumbled across Juice Plus. The trio of capsules, they've actually had which blows my mind, over 36 peer-reviewed scientific journals on it. I have seen products out there on the supermarkets and in the chemists that have 1 or 2 of these peer-reviewed scientific journals done on them. Yes, Juice Plus helped fund the scientific part of it and the study, but to get that gold stamp on there to say that it's peer-reviewed journaled, you can't pay for that to happen. So the fact that we've got 36 of those and we've got over 26 years worth of results is just amazing. I just can't believe I hadn't heard of it sooner. So the difference, Juice Plus, like I said, is designed to bridge the gap. It's not designed to replace a healthy diet in any shape or form. But what it is, I have my set groceries every week, and I'm sure a lot of you do too. You know what you're going straight for when you go into the fruit and vegetable section, or you're going to your local greengrocer. You know exactly what you're going to get. And my diet was pretty good, mine and the boys, I have to admit. So I was skeptic on, why would I need to take it if I'm eating already that well? But having that variety plus what I eat and what I normally eat, and not having to juice quite as much as what I was doing, is pretty amazing. So plus those 27 fruits and vegetables, plus what I normally eat, I'm doing easily, just with these and my diet, probably around 50 varieties of fruits, vegetables and berries every day. We love that the fact too that our fruits and vegetables, we probably don't see them until 1 to 2 weeks later after they've been picked or farmed. All right. Most of our fruits and vegetables are grown in depleted soils these days as well, the different chemicals that they're putting into the soils. They're picked before their prime ripening, so they're not at their highest nutritional value. Then they've had different sprays and waxes popped on them to keep them all lush and green or orange. Then they're popped in on some sort of vehicle and transport and brought to us in our supermarkets and our markets and so forth. Juice Plus's products that go produce that goes into our products are purely grown just for them. All right. So they get to stay on their vine until they're at their prime ripening, their highest cellular level. Then they are picked, and there's no sprays, no sprays, no chemicals or anything used on the produce. They're taken straight into our factories. Our factories are aligned with our farms, where they are then washed, cleaned, pulped, juiced, all that liquid's removed. Coincidentally, the sugar, which is a bonus because there's a lot of sugar in all those fruits and vegetables. Then it's slowly dried at a temperature that keeps all those amazing phytonutrients, micronutrition, and micronutrition, and live enzymes. Keeps all them intact, which is amazing. So if you heat those things like what we do with our vegetables, by cooking them, we're actually killing off half those nutrients. So it keeps all that intact. When it turns into that powder form, it is encapsulated into our vegan, vegetarian capsule. So that's all plant-based as well. So then when we swallow them, literally within 3 to 7 minutes, because we all absorb things differently, it's into our bloodstream. It's going straight to our kidneys, our liver, our cardiovascular system, our skin, our hair, our nails. The berries are amazing for the skin and the hair, and the nails, which us girls love. And we're seeing huge results there. And look, we bring that up all the time because all those multivitamins and supplements we were taking before, they were full of so many synthetic ingredients. You know, I always thought I was dehydrated. I was always drinking more and more water thinking I was dehydrated, but it was my body not recognizing what I was putting into it before. Now I'm having Juice Plus, which is all whole foods. It recognizes that it's fruits, vegetables and berries, and it just does what it needs to do naturally. Results are different for everybody because we all show inflammation differently. So no two people are probably going to have the same results. So we love to share those, which we'll go into in a minute. So obviously when you're flooding your body with fruits and vegetables at that cellular level with all those amazing nutrients, your body craves more of it. So working it in with our program just works really well because like attracts like, all right? So the more you put that into your body, the more you crave more. It's the same as if you eat more chips and sugar or fatty foods or fried foods, you're going to crave more of the crap and you're probably going to feel more crap, to be honest. So that's our hero product. And like I was talking about with those peer-reviewed studies before, we're a part of one here in Australia at the moment. And Juice Plus being the company with a heart, we get to sponsor a child for free with every adult order between the ages of 4 and 18. So they can either have the fruit and vegetable capsules for free, or if they're a little bit younger and they can't swallow yet, they get to have it in a chew form. So these are exactly the same fruits and vegetables that are used in our capsules. The only difference is the powder is joined up with an all-natural tapioca. So there's actually 2 there. But they're super yummy and the kids love them. Although mine, I had to sort of coerce him into it a little bit at the start with the vegetable one because obviously the fruit one tastes even more yummier than the vegetable one, but now they ask me every day, which is great because I do tend to forget to give them to them sometimes, but they're looking for them and it's amazing. And the studies are showing huge results. Again, craveability, better sleep, better ability to maintain their moods and their pressures of life and how they react to things. For my children, it was respiratory. They both suffered heavily from croup. So we were having this vicious cycle of baby croup or asthma ongoing every 3 weeks. So me having to take time off work, get sick leave, and then hospital runs, GP visits, that steroid medication, Ventolin and asthma pump. It was so draining on the family and so scary, especially when Jacob got it each time because he got it so horribly. So that was our biggest result for us, and it's something that we will always keep on Juice Plus for, even if it was that for that reason only. So they're our chews, and adults can take them as well. We do tend to have to hide them when we do have visitors because they do tend to think they're lollies because they are quite yum. And our only other product is our macronutrition. So obviously when we're talking about our capsules, it's all about the oil in the engine, so the micronutrition, and our macronutrition is our fuel in the engine. So it's our protein powder, complete powder. It comes in 2 yummy flavors, chocolate and vanilla. They're full of all those good fats, complex carbohydrates and fibers from over 30 plant-based ingredients. Again, no synthetic, no artificial ingredients in there, and all natural sugar from stevia and sugarcane. It's got beautiful things in there like alfalfa sprouts, broccoli, pumpkin, mushroom powder, spirulina, millet, quinoa, all these amazing things. Then they weren't designed to be a meal replacement. But if you add the right things to these, I tend to have it for breakfast and I'm full until lunchtime, or I have it as a post-workout shake, which helps with my recovery. But me and my little boy like to share one in the morning, and I quite often, if there's anything left over, I will then freeze them into little icy poles for them also for a snack later on. What we're seeing with these as well, because they've got a complex vitamin B in there called niacin, it's one of those mood balancers. So between the extra energy that you get from your whole food capsules and having that niacin, we're seeing so many results with all those poor mamas, not just mamas, suffering from anxiety and postnatal depression and depression of other reasons, being able to reduce their medication or come off it completely. Niacin is formed from a lot of green leafy vegetables, and that's definitely covered in here, which is amazing also. So yeah, I don't know if there's much more to cover on that, but we really do love them. And like, I've always had green smoothies, and I'd get to that stage halfway through and I'll be struggling to swallow, but these make anything taste yummy. They're not one of those ones that keep all gluggy and you have trouble swallowing them. They are really nice, and we're seeing huge weight loss in them too. So if you've got weight to lose, these are amazing to help add to that program or to that diet and helping you do so. So that's pretty much our program and our products in a nutshell. We love them and we love to share them. I'm just going to get one of the girls to share her product story just briefly before I get two of our girls to launch. So I'm just going to find Casey, and she's going to be a little bit in the dark, but I'm going to unmute her. So, Case, where were you before Juice Plus? What results have you had so far, and why do you love sharing it? All right, you're spotlighted.
Hi, sorry, I'm just going to pull over on the side of the road, so I hope you guys can see me a little bit. So before Juice Plus, I'm going to just try and keep it nice and brief tonight as well. Before Juice Plus, I was tired. I was really tired. I had no energy, and I have severe psoriatic spondyloarthritis. So basically psoriasis and arthritis together. And I was pretty down, to be honest. I was pretty down in the dumps. I suffer from pretty bad anxiety and depression, and didn't have much motivation to do anything. I was working 12-hour days and just exhausted. I found Juice Plus through some girlfriends. A couple of my friends were actually just new mamas with little bubbers, and they had a lot more energy than me, and they seemed to be quite happy and active and, you know, going to classes and living this really full life. And I had nothing. I just, you know, wasn't functioning to get through my day. I was drinking 6 coffees every day. So I started taking the product, and my first really amazing benefit was sleep. So I slept really, really well. I suffer from insomnia, haven't slept in 13 years, and I slept like a baby. And as a result, I had stacks and stacks of energy. And then there was just a flow-on effect. So my skin was nice and clear, and my rheumatologist told me that he didn't believe that I wasn't back on methotrexate, which is a horrible chemotherapy drug. You know, he thought because I was really mobile and my skin was clear that I had started taking methotrexate again, as he had prescribed, but I refused to take it, so I never got the prescription filled. So he just assumed I was back on it, but I wasn't. I was on Juice Plus. He was astounded, didn't really believe me, a bit skeptical. My last visit was a couple of months ago, and he said, "What is the name of it? I need to know what this product is, because you are just in the finest shape you've ever been, and it's all 100% natural. I'm so happy for you. I can't believe that you're curing your arthritis and psoriasis through natural forms of medicine and not immune suppressants." So I won't ever stop taking the product. I'm just so happy and grateful that I found it, and that's really me.
Awesome. Thank you. And thank you for pulling over. We've had a heart attack. I didn't realize you were driving.
Yeah, no, we've been out at dinner. I said, I've got to get on a call.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Casey.
Thank you.
Awesome. And what we might do is I'm going to get 2 of our girls to launch. So I might get the girls that were meant to launch early. We've sort of crammed two lots in together tonight. So I might find Jill and spotlight her. And so Jill, where were you before Juice Plus? What are you excited about result-wise? Because I know you're only very new to the product. And why do you love sharing it? Where are you? There you go. Take it away, love.
Well, I decided to give up smoking and change my life around. And I just felt that there was a little bit missing. So I happened to be talking to Casey, who was super excited. And I went, you know what? It looks as though it is what I'm missing. So it was almost like an overnight result. Your body just felt fed, I suppose, and energy and mind clearness and all these absolutely amazing things. Like Casey said, you can sleep well. you might feel tired, but not fatigued and exhausted. It's a normal tiredness in the evening when you need to go to bed. I've also introduced my little 9-year-old to them, and she takes them religiously. She goes to the cupboard in the morning and takes her one of each. And then in the afternoon, she goes, "Is it time, Mama?" Because otherwise she would eat them like lollies. So she takes, and she's going to camp, and she's packed them all away to take to camp tomorrow. And it's this amazing journey that I've been on, and the support of the people through Juice Plus and a whole wellness journey. It's just been amazing, and I'm looking forward to the long-term results.
Awesome. Thanks, Jill. You're a rock star.
Thank you.
I'm just going to find Michaela. I'll get her done as well, and then I'll get the girls that are doing it together. After, so Michaela, I know your story, but everyone would love to hear, obviously, how did Juice Plus come into your life? What are you looking forward to in results, and why you're excited to share it, why the business made sense to you?
Yep. So from a very young age, I've struggled with being overweight. Always ate quite well and exercised and everything. And in the last couple of weeks, I've had blood tests done to sort of look at what could be going on, and everything come back normal, but I'd found out that I have PCOS, so polycystic ovary syndrome. And so that sort of gave me that told me that that's why I can't lose the weight as easy. And then looking online one day, I found Jana and contacted her and asked about the product. And because it's all natural, I thought, well, what the hell, I'll give it a go and see what results I can get from it. So I haven't started yet, but I'm really excited to start.
Awesome, Han. And the business, you're a bit excited about the business, and why?
Yeah, just to see and help people to, get onto this as well and see what changes they can make with themselves as well.
Yeah, awesome. Well done. That was your first talking in front of everybody. Well done, you're a little legend. Beautiful. I'll flick it back over to here. I'll get you off so you're not scared of looking at yourself in the screen anymore, because that's what happens. You sort of come up and you're like, oh, get me off. All right, so now I'm just going to touch a little bit on the business, and I'm going to hear from our last two girls. So I think when a lot of people look into the business, they get a little bit nervous and a little bit worried. Is it one of those pyramid structured businesses? How's it going to work? Is it all the money going to sort of one person sort of sitting pretty at the top? I'm just going to press mute again. There's a couple of noises coming through. Beautiful. Or fixed. So we like to squash that before anybody gets any misinterpretations. So for me, again, I've owned a traditional business as well before. So when this came up, I had 100 questions. I didn't want to go through that process again of working massive hours, especially now that I've got a family. And I definitely didn't want to miss out on time with my partner again. But I guess when it comes to this, we like to show you, really how traditional business is, and then us in reverse. So I think, great texter. The best way to show this is to think of somewhere like maybe Myer or Safeway or any of those big companies. They all have their CEO sort of sitting at the top. All right. And then we have all those different promotions from their board of directors down to their, state managers, area managers, shop managers. Then there's probably individual team leaders or trainers. And then you get down to the people at the registers that, where we go and buy our goods from. With this structure, you've always got this CEO at the top, and there's only one of them, sort of delegating all those roles and changes down to the board of directors and so forth and down. Normally this middle range here is all the people doing all the hours and holding a lot of the stress. And then we have all these people down here that we get to see their faces. And as far as we're aware, they're the ones doing all the work. Me coming from a defence background or public service background as well, you can get stuck here for quite some time, for years even if you're upskilling and you're putting your hand up for all those responsibilities and all those chances to do so. You know, for me in the government role, there'll be freezers or delegations, you know, swapped around between uniform and us public servants. And the same sort of thing happens with these guys. Maybe they're here for a few years and then, you know, they do have that drive to, you know, go from one of these high positions. But if they want to, they need to go up against all their friends. Maybe not even just their friends. They're probably going up against external people coming into the organisation as well. But just say, you know, Jill won this position up here and she won it over Sally and Tim and all her other friends. They're probably cranky because she's not stepped on them, but she's gone up against them. She's applied. She's done what she needs to do and she's won it. And she's probably feeling a bit guilty because she's won it over them. But Jill's a mama of 2. And now she's got all these extra responsibilities. She's probably got more commuting involved, longer hours, yes, more wage, but she's got more stress, probably more responsibility, and she's probably taking work home with her. Most of these middle sections do seem to contain more work. But the chances of Jill or any of these other guys down here winning this one position up the top are slim to none. This position is normally brought in from someone external who's already had experience and has that sort of education behind them. That's why we love sharing our structure. It is literally the reverse. Our top position is called NMD. We come in what we call a virtual franchise. We pay a registration fee for our business of $165. I think that's crazy. When I bought my restaurant, I spent thousands of dollars and I spent ongoing costs all the time trying to keep that running. So $165 for me to introduce people that are interested into the product and then a head office that take care of the billing and shipping of the product. I just think that's amazing. So we come in on what we call a virtual franchise. We're not there very, very long and we have promotion levels as well. All right. The difference is between ours is nobody can get to these positions unless they link arms, are teachable and driven. This is very much a teach-to-teach business. And if you come in and you want to reinvent the wheel and shoot yourself up to NMD, it won't work. No person can get to the next position unless they're helping others do the same, or if they're being helped or assisted by their mentor or their leaders above them. And the difference is we all get that opportunity to get to NMD. It is unlimited up the top. There is not one person sitting up there all pretty just delegating down to everybody else. And it's just fun. It is such a community of growth and how we all grow just in personal development, let alone in business skills, because we're not cold selling, we're not direct selling, we don't go out and put pressure. We honestly just share our journey on events like tonight, or with friends and family, or at the school fete, or wherever it is we're doing, and people ask us what we do, and this is literally what we do. I think the other thing that people get a little bit nervous with is, I don't know enough people. Or I can't do that. I can't talk in front of people, or I don't know how to use social media. That's what we're all here for. We all get to teach, and we all have our weaknesses and our strengths, and putting them all together, it truly is amazing. When I came into the business, have I switched texters again? I didn't know the girl that introduced me to the business. Her name was Lauren. She was a bit of a travelling gypsy. She didn't have kids or anything, but she had advertised on a family mama's page down here in Victoria, in a Mornington Peninsula mama's page. I was in a really crappy place with work. I've never disliked my job in my life, and normally I would look straight past it. I asked her 100 questions. It was based around health and wellness and working around your children, which ticked a lot of boxes for me. Once I realised it was Juice Plus, the product I was already researching for my husband, I went, hang on, maybe the product makes sense to me. Maybe I should look at the business. So she answered my questions, and then she showed me how to share it on Facebook with a few people, some friends and some family. And quite quickly, a few of those wanted more than just the product, or they wanted the product a bit cheaper, or they wanted to share the products, or they wanted more income. All right. So I was really lucky early in the days. I found Steph, I found Catherine, I found Lindsay. All right. I just went and showed them exactly what Lauren had showed me, share it with a few friends and family, launch on an event like tonight that the girls are doing. And they went off and did the same thing as well. All right. And what starts happening is this popcorn effect. So Catherine went and shared it with Michelle, who went and shared it with her brother Adam, who then went and shared it with Zoe. The chances of me ever meeting Zoe slim to none. I only knew the 3 girls at the beginning, and since then I've gone and shared it with Casey, who's gone and shared it with Jill, and Steph's gone and shared it with more people since then. And, and this starts happening, and it's so organic and so natural. It's what we call the popcorn effect. All right, when you put the popcorn on the stove and you remove it and it still keeps popping away, that's sort of what this is like. And so that's really sort of how to share the opportunity, I guess, and how naturally that starts. It's just like when you're on a train or at a footy game or at the tennis game and you strike up a conversation with the person behind you and they ask you what you do and you're sharing it with them. Someone behind you overhears, maybe the person at the front or someone to the side, and then they turn around and share it with someone. You could slowly fill up that whole train or that whole tennis stadium just by Chinese whispers about what you're doing. And I think the other thing that makes it easy for everybody to sort of understand, oh God, I hope I remember the numbers tonight, but to say it was just me that came in, my texters are lasting for like 2 seconds. Just say I went and shared it with 2 people. Teach to teach, I went and showed them how to do the same thing. 2 becomes 4. Those 4 that I had already taught teach the next, and they go and teach it to 8. 8 goes and shares it with 16, 32, 64. Again, all I knew at the start was the first 2. All right, and very quickly my team's got to 64. All right, and this could be customers, this could be team. But what if over time I went and shared it with another 3 people, just over time? So all up I had 5. 5 went and shared it with 5 is 125. 125 go and share it with 5 each. You're looking about 625, and then 3, 1, 2, 5, something like that. You're never going to need that many in your team. All right? But just the difference in time of me sharing it with 2 people with 5, and your team just grows just beautifully, just like that. So now I'm just going to grab the 2 girls, cousins, or actually not cousins, niece to one, Amanda and Erica. They're launching their businesses for the first time. So just going to have to wing it a little bit with me tonight, because I'm going to ask Amanda first how she came across Juice Plus, what results she's looking forward to, and why she's excited about the business.
I found out about Juice Plus from CJ on a work from home moms group, and when I found out more about the project, I was sort of hooked. Looking to get healthy myself and a healthier family with 4 kids, you definitely need more energy, and who would say no to healthier looking hair? I'm also loving the opportunity to learn new things and maybe work with new people.
Amazing. And I guess for you, Erica, niece, it's hard to believe, niece to Amanda. I know how, obviously, well, I think everybody can figure it out. How did this opportunity come into your life? What are you looking forward to with the products, and what are you excited about with the business?
Well, I heard about it from Mandy because she came to me very excited about this and got me hooked on it pretty much straight away. So I was looking forward to it. The things that I'm looking forward to about it is definitely better sleep and more energy, because my sleeping is shocking. And then, like Mandy said, definitely looking forward to hopefully getting better looking hair.
Awesome. Cool. And the business, why are you excited about the business? There's a lot of for both of you girls, is all your family here in Australia? No. So
Our families.
Yeah, cool. So this is something you can share with them, even though they're a flight or a ship right away. But it's something that, like, that's why I love these events. Soon we'll even hear from, my best friend Lindsay. She's in the Navy and she's always been moving around. But this business reconnects people, and we love that as well. Thanks, girls. Well done on your first little launch. Beautiful. So the last bit we're just going to go through is, I guess a lot of people want to know, is how do we get paid? And we're really lucky that the business structure here in Australia for Juice Plus is amazing, in that it's a teach-to-teach business. We get paid 3 ways. We get paid by profit. retail profit, I should say, and commission, which builds up on our what we call residual income or beach money. But we like to talk about the bonuses. I've packed my markers because I'm heading off in the morning to the Gold Coast to Juice Plus conference, and I've packed all my gear and I've only got all these terrible texters left. So I apologise if you can't read my board. All right. So because predominantly this business is a lot of mamas or a lot of females, we tend to not look after ourselves as well as we should. All right. We don't, whether it be go and get a haircut, get our nails done, or even just get the right nutrients into our bodies or eat well, because we tend to eat the leftovers of the kids half the time. We sort of make it a little bit of a rite of passage that you've got to spend some of those bonuses on yourself. So when we come into the business, like I said earlier, we come in as that virtual franchise, and very quickly we help by launching people on these amazing events and helping them have their first discussions and sharing their amazing journeys. They quickly become what we call, for our first big bonuses, senior direct virtual franchise, and it's a $400 bonus for them and a $400 bonus for their teacher. Okay, because we're a teach-to-teach business. Don't forget, because by the time you're SDVF, you've actually shared it with one person then. So you're actually a teacher yourself. So you're going to be wanting them to be hot on your heels. So you're going to be helping them learn and teach the business. So they too will be getting this promotion and you too will be getting that teacher bonus. Again, your business keeps growing. You share it with a few more people. Some people might just want to travel fun, pay off their credit cards, or just get by a little bit easier than what they were, or just get this amazing product cheaper. And you're looking at sales coordinator. Oh, my text was really dying. That's a $600 bonus for you and a $600 bonus for your teacher. By this stage now, you're actually starting to, you're a bit of a leader, and now you're focusing a little bit differently in your business, in that you are sharing more the opportunity than anything else, because you can see how rewarding it is helping other people live life better, do more of what they love and less of what they hate. Some people are really fortunate that they're doing that job that they love. But for me, it was just, I had 2 children and I wasn't able to give them that time anymore. So this was my vehicle to be able to be at home with them. The next level up, you've got a few more in your team, and they're growing teams below them. It's senior sales coordinator, and that's a $1,200 bonus for you and a $1,200 bonus for your teacher. And I haven't checked, but I hope this mum is on. Where is she? There she is. So Lindsay's going to share her story for us. So I'm just going to spotlight her. So Lindsay, where were you before Juice Plus? What amazing things have happened to you since, and why do you love sharing this business? Or what are you looking forward to? Whatever you want to say is fine by me.
Awesome. Thanks heaps, Jana. Yeah. Okay, so where I was before Juice Plus, I was on maternity leave. It was February last year, and I had about 5 months to go until I was going back to work full-time from maternity leave. And Jana, as she alluded to earlier, is one of my best friends, and she started speaking on about how she felt so fantastic. And so I thought, what are you up to? I want to know what you're doing. And I got, she told me about the product, so I got on the product. And then very quickly she told me about the business and the opportunity to get it cheaper. And, I'm always about saving. So I thought, why wouldn't I want to get my product cheaper? And to be honest, when I first started, I didn't really have an idea. I couldn't really see the bigger picture when it came to the business. So I was really just about getting my product cheaper and sharing it with more people so that I wasn't having to pay for it, and I could get it for myself, my husband, and my 14-year-old as well. And then it was time to go back to work in June. And as I said, my 14-year-old, when I joined the Navy, I was in the Navy almost 12 years now. And my son growing up with me in the Navy, he missed out on a lot with me, and I missed out on a lot with him. I worked out the other day, I've actually not seen him on his birthday for 11 years. This year I saw him the day before, and that was so exciting that I was going to see him the day before his birthday. So if you're a mum and you can imagine that that's exciting, instead of seeing him on his birthday, that's a life that I've been living. And so when I was going back to work in June last year, and I was about to put my 1-year-old into daycare and go back to the Navy, and that commitment that involves, all those memories came flooding back of what I'd missed out on with my 14-year-old. And I just decided that I didn't want to do that anymore. That, it was a great ride and I've had an amazing career in the Defence Force, but it was time for a different for me, and I wanted to be able to be the present mum that I'd always wanted to be. So that's when I took a real shift in my business, and that's when I started realising that it's not just about getting your product cheaper, it's actually about the opportunity that it can give you for your lifestyle and how you want to live that life. So I started sharing the opportunity, and it wasn't long before I had an amazing bunch of mamas that I work with now, and I just so happen to attract mamas, so I guess they can relate to my story perhaps, and together we're all working towards that same sort of goal of being able to be present parents and have the best of both worlds. So be able to contribute to the household financially, but still be there every day for the kids when they need us. And so this year in April, just before Easter, when I went on maternity leave for our 4-week-old, Chelsea, who we just had a month ago, it was really exciting and I'm still excited that knowing I don't have to go back to work after this stint of maternity leave. So I'll finish up. By the time I finish my maternity leave, I would have done 12 years in the Defence, and I've had an amazing ride, but it's a new chapter for me now. And I'm excited about this chapter, and I'm excited to share it with other parents and show them that there is another way, and you can have the best of both worlds and still, be there for your kids and contribute financially. So now it's not just about living that for myself and helping my family do that, but now it's about helping other people do that. And I tell you what, there's nothing more rewarding than watching other people reach their own vision and mission about how they would like to live their life. It's just incredible. I just absolutely love it. So, yeah, that's why I love sharing my story. So thanks so much, Shana, for letting me share it. I really appreciate that.
You're right. I can hear your story every day. That's because she's my best friend. So obviously when you see like that sort of reward happen when it's someone so close to you, that's really nice as well. And she's coming away with a 4-month-old to our conference, so it really does show
4 week. 4 week.
4 weeks,
Give me
sorry.
some credit. 4 week.
Oh my God, yes, she's 4 weeks old. She's so tiny. There's no way she could be 4 months. But that's just really showing that this business we can really do it with children. Like half the time there's normally someone on my lap or someone playing behind me or locking me in the study. That was the other day. But we literally do work around the kids. I work from the sandpit sometimes, from the beach. And it's, in those stolen moments where my business grew the most. So the next position is QNMD, and you definitely are a leader by then. It is a little bit of a big jump here between SSC and QNMD, and it's a $1,500 bonus for you and a $1,500 bonus for the teacher. I just want to remind you that I'm only talking about the bonuses as you're slowly getting these promotions. They're there to help you understand what you can get paid later on. But this residual income up here is still growing. I've had every month I've been in this business, I've had a pay rise. I've had 5 promotions since I've been in this business. I was in the Defence for 11 years and didn't actually get to win one of those promotions. I was on high duties for 4 years, but I didn't actually get to win it. I was still stuck with that same position for that whole 12 years. And then the pinnacle position, NMD, $300 bonus for you and for you only. By that time, your teacher is earning way too much money, doesn't need any more. And you are on about 80,000 to 120,000 a year, and that still continues to grow from there. And there actually are another 30-odd thousand in bonuses on the table after that. So that's why we love to share it. We love to help people figure out their why and what this can be on this journey. But the product is amazing. Hands on heart, like we learned about the product, or we came across the product in January of last year. For a lot of my older team, and then June we went to the conference and we were blown away, and that's where we're off to again this week. So we're really excited to go there and just have our minds reawoken again about what this is and what this is all about. But I just want to say thank you to everybody for sharing tonight. Thank you for the girls for launching their business. Well done. And thank you for all those that got on and supported them. So if we didn't get all your questions answered tonight, please make sure you reach out to whoever invited you and get those questions answered, and hopefully we get to see you all again soon. So thank you, and from us, good night. Whoops. All right, I'll take you all off mute and you can say good night.
Good night.
Good night. Well done, girls.
Well done.